Yedoye Travis, everybody. All right. Y'all just gonna be here, huh? All right, cool. I feel like I'm gonna get a... Am I getting scored? Because that's exactly... Okay. Cool. Dope. Well, judges. So, look, I don't know what to tell you about. People keep congratulating me on the show Atlanta. Can't escape it. I don't know what to do. They're right. So, I don't know, man. Donald Glover and I are from the same neighborhood, so I don't know what to... Maybe they just make niggas that look like that. I don't know. It's fucked up. He gave an interview about the show where he said he wanted to give white people an idea of what it's really like to be black in America. And I thought that was fucked up because the blackest thing you can do in this country is get stopped on the street for some shit some other nigga did. That's a joke about racial profiling that takes people a minute. I don't know, man. I keep trying to like fight this perception. People keep calling me Gambino on the streets. And keep telling them no. But then, like, a cop smiled and saluted at me on in Times Square, and it felt exactly like the This Is America video. So, it's funny, the hype around that video did not last long until before we started, like, giving him shit for dating a white woman. And it's funny because, like, I don't know, that, you say all you want about that, but then, like, because of that, all these black men came out and started saying, like, oh, black women don't like nerds and all this shit. But then, like, if that's true, how did Serena Williams just marry the co-founder of Reddit, which is like a battered nerd shelter? Like, how did... Explain that to me. I don't understand. You can't have both, man. People out here just hypocriting all over the place. I don't know. I get it. Let me tell you about me. I'm a Nigerian person. I'm Ijo, so y'all don't really fuck with me. So, nobody knows us. I don't know. I know I just said a specific type of black and then made it more specific, but you know, the three black people can. But I'm a Nigerian person. My dad is not. My mom is from Port Harcourt. But it's weird, like, because people get called African American all the time, and that label doesn't apply to everyone. So it's weird being actually African and actually American. It's like because of like the erasure of like black history, because of the slave trade, I have this weird romanticized view of Africa on my dad's side, where it's like, I wonder what my dad's family did when they were in Africa. And then meanwhile, my mom was just like, hey, let me tell you about Africa. And I'm like, no! I'm talking to dad right now, shut up! You know, like how you talk to your mom. But it's weird because like I grew up with like a not very strong Nigerian identity growing up, because like I went twice when I was a kid, once when I was 11, once when I was 16. The first time I went, I almost drowned in a swimming pool, which is a terrible way to find out a stereotype is not true. It's like you grow up in the US, everybody's like, oh, black people don't swim, you don't have to worry about it, don't even bother. And then you go to Nigeria and you're just in a swimming pool full of black kids that are like, no, nigga, you don't swim. It's you. I guess, what a bad way to find out there's diversity in the black community. Just be like the last one doing a stereotype. You know how bad that feels? Just walking around like, I thought we were still doing the watermelon. Is it just me? Shit. Like, I have to ask my dad for advice on it, because he's a black man who's still very proud of not eating pussy, which is a thing I should not know, but... Yet here we are. Look at us. Look how far we've come. He was so aggressive about that shit as a kid. He would always tell me about, like, the dangers of cunnilingus, and then he would also tell me how he's trying to get back together with my mom, and even at 13, I was like, let's talk about how those don't match. Those things don't go together, Dad. It was so much, like, to the point where I was so relieved when DJ Khaled went on the radio and said he doesn't eat pussy. Like, I don't know if y'all know, but he went on the radio and said that shit, which is crazy because as a DJ, the radio is supposed to be the one place you know what the fuck you're doing. Like, how do you do that shit? But, like, I appreciate it because it took the lens off of black men for a minute, because I don't know if y'all know, but we had a reputation for, like, being selfish lovers. Which, first of all, I don't understand, because we also have this reputation for being, like, sex fiends and having, like, huge dicks and all this shit. Like, first of all, whenever white people talk about, like, black dicks, I always imagine one of those forced perspective photos of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, just like, oh, you believe it? I'm here. it's not a compliment to say that all black dudes have big dicks, and it's not. I don't know if you guys know, but there's like this history of hypersexualization of black men and women in media, and that image has been used to justify rape and murder and all these other terrible things. And I know that in my head, and I know it consciously, but in that moment I panicked and I forgot, and I just went, well, what if I got a little dick, though? What am I supposed to do? How do I feel about that? The point is, I don't understand how we have this reputation for being like sexual fiends, but also being selfish lovers. Like, how do you get a reputation for not eating pussy as a black person, and then suddenly you're just on the vanguard of eating ass? How does that happen? Can someone explain that to me? Houseway, please. I want to know. Like, I didn't know it was like a Coke versus Pepsi kind of thing. I didn't know. Like, I'm from Atlanta. I thought Coke was the only option, but like, Pepsi's not bad. The formulas are a little different, but clearly one took inspiration from the other. The point here is, I grew up with my father, a grown man, telling me regularly about the dangers of cunnilingus, and like to the point where he felt so vindicated when Michael Douglas got throat cancer. It's insane. Like, I didn't really know who Michael Douglas was before that, and now I definitely do. So all I'm saying is, I just feel like if I could push through hearing my father's voice in my head and still go down on my girlfriend, like, y'all do it for your fucking wives, and y'all look for it. I know some jokes are supposed to be funny, but I just have a message, I feel like. Eat your wife's pussy. Do that presidential vote. Eat your wife's pussy. Fellow Americans. Eat your wife's pussy. Oh, man. Well, that's the end of my fun jokes. No, I got more. I feel like I should tell you my name just so you guys remember who made you laugh this much. My name is Yedoye Travis, which is a mistake that my parents made several years ago. My last name is Travis, which is the first name of guys who can't pronounce my first name. My full name is Yedoye Opigo Travis, which translates to African. My dad's from Florida. And my first name is spelled Y-E-D-O-Y-E, which on paper looks like how people used to say you do you in medieval times. You're welcome for that perfect joke you can tell nowhere else. And people always ask me if I have a nickname, and I know they're asking because they don't want to learn my real name, but I do. I've been called Hipster Frederick Douglass. That was fucked up because I know it's true. I don't know what to do. I don't know if people say true stuff at me. I've also been called the non-threatening black friend, which is fucked up because I will fight any one of you. I don't care. Why would I care about your safety? That's one of the complicated things about being black in America is that you're aware of like systematic racism as a thing, but there's still part of your brain that feels like you can fight every white person individually. Like, if y'all filed into a narrow hallway, white supremacy would be over in like 30 minutes. She would be done, you know? But it's fucked up because people will call me their non-threatening black friend, and then a whole other population of people will try to preemptively defend themselves from me on the street, and they do it in such a disrespectful way where they don't like, I don't know, they'll just like see me creeping around. I creep when I walk. I walk like this because I'm a court silhouette. I'm just like part shadow, but I can't help that. That's my heritage. You know? But they'll see me creeping around, and they'll just assess the threat and just start walking a little bit faster, like that's supposed to do anything. And so I like to make my presence known in that situation. So I shout out to them. I'm like, hey! Hey, man! You know I can catch you, right? Like, what? You know, like, look at my body, man. What's going on? What? Like, what kind of weird racist are you? Where you believe every stereotype except that I'm a better athlete than you? I don't understand. You get yourself hurt picking and choosing all your racism like that. I'm just looking out for you at this point, man. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't know how to talk to white people about, like, how do you tell white people that they should feel safe, but, like, not specifically around, I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to talk to people. Like, you guys know what code switching is? I feel like you just have to talk to people differently just to, like, navigate through life, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, every 80s black comic has that joke, like, you got your black boy, and you got your white boys. You know the one where you sound like a sim? That one? But like when I talk to my black friends, I'll be on the phone and be like, hey man, what are you doing? And it's like normal. And when I talk to my white friends, I'll be like, what have you done? Look what you did to this country! You know, like, it's subtle. It's subtle. But, like, I don't really know how to talk to explain these things to white people, because people do all these weird mental gymnastics to convince themselves that they're not being racist. Like, people say if you say the N-word with an A at the end, it's not racist, but if you say it with a hard R, then it is racist. But if that's true, how do British niggas know who's racist? Like, and I know y'all are thinking this would be a great time for me to do a British accent, but this show's not about exploring my weaknesses. That's not okay, I have to go. So I'm going to tell you a very risky, but perfect joke. So I feel like white America's priorities are all out of whack because, like, I don't know if you guys saw this, but recently the NFL decided to punish players for kneeling during the national anthem. That's like in their official rule book now, I guess. And on the same day that happened, Tomi Lahren, who's a bad person, she went to a bar and got like water thrown at her because, for good reason, she's a bad person who regularly promotes police brutality. First of all, have all these Blue Lives Matter people heard of the Crips? Is that not complicated? But so Tomi Lahren got water thrown at her bar, and guess which one of those two things the President of America tweeted about? Can you guess? Okay. It was the second one. Okay. He tweeted in support of Tomi Lahren because she got a little bit wet, which she already does every time a black person gets shot. So, and you can pick one part of that joke to get mad about, but like, not both. I'm just of the opinion that if the police knew how much anime young black dudes watch, they'd realize there's nothing to be afraid of. Spent my whole childhood watching nothing but Dragon Ball Z. Like, maybe I'll find a cop who's going to take me like 10 episodes to charge up. So.